Did you know that some businesses earn up to 40% of their total annual business revenue just during holiday season? With that said, if you are a small business like myself, you may be wondering, how can I take this opportunity with the few weeks that we have left in the year to drive more sales, to maybe hit some of those business revenue goals that we set for ourselves at the beginning of the year? And since I am fast approaching my 6-year business anniversary and now I've been able to grow it into a business that earns multiple 6 figures in business revenue every year, I want to make this video to share some of my top business tips so I can help your business thrive too. But first, I want to say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, Google. You may not know this, but they have a ton of amazing and free resources specifically to help small businesses just like you. First, they have their marketing kit, which offers free stickers, posters, social posts, and much more for your business. But they also have their small business hub for the holiday season specifically. The resources on this hub will help you think of new ways to attract new traffic, whether on foot or online. I'll include links to both of these resources in the description for this video, so make sure to check it out after you watch this. First, I'm going to start with some business basics, because often when we're starting our businesses, there are just a few simple yet essential things that we are not doing, and they're actually making it harder for potential customers to find, trust, and spend with us. So my first piece of advice is be findable. Have a website, have social profiles on all of the platforms that make sense for your business, have a professional email address that is connected to your website address to give you some credibility. I've seen some businesses that exist exclusively on one platform, like Instagram. And although that could be good, it's good to be on Instagram. If you're only on Instagram, you could be ignoring a whole customer base who doesn't go on Instagram. Not only that, I would never trust my business to exist on a platform that I did not personally own. So that is why it is so important to have that email list, that website, because those are things that you own. Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty with Twitter. And, a year or two ago, there's a lot of uncertainty with TikTok. You never want to be in a position where if a platform gets shut down that is beyond your control, you no longer have a business to run. My next piece of advice would be to set up a Google business profile. Now, this may seem obvious if you have a brick and mortar store, because, the first place that people are going to go to see if there's a store or a shop nearby is Google. However, if you have an online business like myself, you may not think that it is necessary, but here is why it absolutely is. You can list your digital products and your online services on your Google business profile. For example, if you were to Google me right now, Jessica Morehouse, guess what would pop right up near my website at the top of that search ranking? My Google business profile. And guess what's also listed on there? Some of my digital products. But let's say your primary focus is, Etsy or social media to do your sales. Most people will do their due diligence before actually hitting that buy button, and they will Google you. So you want to make sure that you're popping up in that Google business profile when they're searching for your business. Another big benefit of having a Google business profile is you can collect reviews from your customers. Now, I don't know about you, but for me, when I'm researching a business to see, should I actually shop there? Should I give them my business? I'm going to look at their reviews. And if they don't have any reviews, that looks suspicious. If they have really bad reviews, I'm not going to go there. If they have a lot of really great reviews, and especially if I see them comment back, because, listen, you can't control if someone gives you a bad review, but if I see the business answer back and give some really good feedback, I might actually consider going to that business even if the reviews are mixed. And that's because honestly, it makes the business look like a real thing. There's actually people behind it, that they care about their customers' concerns and they want to do something about it. My next tip is to be reachable. Now, if I'm choosing between two businesses, I'm going to go with the one that is more responsive and welcoming. Now, this can mean that they are responsive and there to answer any questions I have over email, phone, DM, or even in a comment section. No matter what, it is so important to show your customers or potential customers that you are available to answer any questions and offer support so they can trust you. This will also likely make them want to come back because they had such a good experience, and best case scenario, refer you out to their friends, family, and colleagues. So what I just shared are kind of the business essentials. Now I want to kind of shift gears and share some of my best advice to help your business get to that next level. How I find all of my different clients or customers is content. And the 3 biggest channels that I have that bring in all of my customers are YouTube, my podcast, and my Instagram. Now, I've obviously been running all of these channels for a long time. I think the podcast is probably the one that I've had the longest at 7 years. But even though it is a long game, and I know it can be annoying at the start because it's hard to kind of build that momentum, but once you do, it's amazing in terms of turning someone who watches a piece of your content and then another piece and another piece. You build this trust with them, like they almost know you, and also this sense of credibility. This leads you to build warm and hot leads who are ready to sign up or hit that buy button, even though originally they were complete strangers and they just stumbled upon your channel. And the reason content is so important is because if someone just lands on your website, it is very unlikely that they're like, yeah, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm going to buy this or I'm going to sign up. They need to warm up to you. They need to understand you. They want to do their due diligence. And so likely what happens is if someone does like stumble on my website, they will Google me. They will look at my social media channels. They will consume some of my free content to get a sense of who I am, what I do. Am I a good person? Do I know what I'm talking about? Can they trust me with their money? So it is honestly essential for every business to create content. And I'd say in terms of what kind of content, I think it depends on the business, but honestly, for me, I'm doubling down on YouTube because I think it's such a great platform, not only because it has such a massive reach, but also people can really get to know you and your business through a video. It's more personal and intimate than just reading an article or, seeing an Instagram post. Now, another tip I have, and this is actually something I think is not talked about enough, is create a unique sales funnel. Now, often people just think a funnel means create a piece of content, have some sort of, sign up link that goes to a sales page, and then people look on the sales page and then they can, hit buy or sign up. Now, that's kind of your regular funnel, but for me, I actually set up a very different funnel for one of my products, my online course, and it has been very successful. I've got a sales page on my website, and although there's information about the course on that page, there is not a buy button. If you are interested in enrolling, you actually have to apply. And the reason I've set this up is because it is a unique course. It is for Canadians. It is specifically focused on passive investing. I want students who want that specific thing to be in the course. Anyone else who's maybe American or looking for a course on stock picking, they're not a good fit. So having this application form is a really easy way for me to filter out people that this course would not be a good fit for. And if I just had a buy button, I'd likely get a lot of people asking for refunds because they thought it was something different. I've had this course for almost 2 years and I have over 300 students in it, and I've processed maybe 2 refunds. It doesn't stop at the application form. I actually do another step, which you may think is crazy, but it's actually been amazing. You have to sign up for a call with me. And the reason I have this is because I want only serious students in the course. I don't want people to buy the course and never take it and then complain that they never got results. I want you to take this seriously. And so if you are taking that extra step to have a call with me, you're probably serious. You're probably going to enter the course, do the work, and actually see results. Another thing I'll mention is I have had previous online courses that just had a buy button. I am making way more sales with this funnel and also have a much higher satisfaction rate. My next tip would be to work more efficiently and outsource. Now, I know when you're first starting your business, and this is exactly what I did for a number of years, you're probably going to do most of the work yourself and you may not be able to afford to outsource any of those tasks. But at a certain point, you will be able to afford to either, hire contractors or even full-time staff. So that can free up a lot more of your time so you can focus on scaling your business and growing it and developing new products, offering new services, and marketing yourself. Now, this personally was a big game changer for my business, and I do kind of regret not doing it sooner, but also one of the hard parts being a business owner is finding good people that do good work. When I did finally find some amazing people, for example, my podcast editor, my virtual assistant, oh my gosh, it changed everything. I could start, creating new ideas and just growing my business and just not working every day on the day-to-day. My next tip is to invest in yourself and invest in your business. Over the years, I have hired, sales coaches, email marketing specialist, a brand strategist to help me redesign my website, my brand, my colors. It is so important because, again, it will take you to that next level. With that said, I do see a mistake that happens often with business owners. They invest in themselves, buy a course, hire somebody, and then they complain that it was just a waste of money. The only way you're going to get a return on that investment is if you actually implement whatever you learned, which is hard work because you basically have to tell yourself you don't know as much as you think you do. And of course, it is important though to do your research, make sure you're hiring people that can prove that they get people results. And same with courses, make sure it's actually a good course because I know everyone these days has a course. But this is just to remind you, don't get complacent in your business. You always have to continue getting new skills, looking at how you can improve things, adapting to the changes in the market. Don't just rest easy and get too comfortable. And the last thing I want to leave you with is to try new things. It's okay if your business evolves, because it absolutely should. This could mean launching something absolutely new, or shuttering something that just is a waste of resources and time and energy, or even hitting pause on something that isn't really working right now, but you don't quite have time to reconfigure it. For example, me hitting pause on my one-on-one financial counseling work. I needed the space so I can focus on developing a course and doing some other things in my business. Because ultimately, it is your business and you do know best. Listen to your intuition. Don't worry about what other people may think or may say, and pivot if you need to pivot. I've tried a lot of things that didn't work, and I've also tried a lot of things that I didn't think would work and did. The key is to never stop trying, especially if you want your business to last for the long term. A big thank you once again to Google for sponsoring this video. As a reminder, they have some amazing free resources to help small businesses. I will link them in the description for this video for you to check out. But if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment, like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next